Hey guys, welcome back and happy Sunday. All right, guys, so it's the day after Christmas. I hope you guys had a beautiful holiday weekend and it's still Sunday. So if you're waking up, have some bottomless mimosas, enjoy the rest of your family time, open up any presents you might have left and tell your loved ones, well, that you love them. And by the way, Merry Christmas to my best friend in heaven, Chelsea. I love you. Okay. I said that yesterday, but I feel like I can't say that enough because I have my very own guardian angel now. You guys have no idea how much that means to me. I have my own special person who's watching and making sure that nothing bad is going to happen in my life. And I love her for it. Oh, and I keep a photo right here. So anyways, I didn't mean to get all emotional about it. But we're back to talk about the Real Housewives of Orange County star Noella Bergener, who is ruthlessly fact-checking her soon-to-be ex-husband James after he broke his silence on their bombshell divorce. Now, we have all the details on that and more. And before we jump in, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And don't forget to hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. With that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so it looks like Noella Bergener, who is the newbie of the Real Housewives of Orange County for season 16, well, we know that she's going through this season and now navigating a divorce. If you watched the last episode, she is going through this divorce. She was shocked that he filed for divorce, but she filed for legal separation. He has almost $6 million in tax lien situation going on, and now they're fighting over custody. It's a lot of what the is going on. Well, when she actually started putting out information about James, it looks like he broke his silence and he decided to do a video, but now she's deciding to fact check her ex. On Christmas Eve, personal injury attorney Sweet James posted 3 videos to his Instagram accusing Noella of changing after, well, she learned that she had been cast on Real Housewives of Orange County. He said her sole focus became the show and that they rarely spoke. When they did, he claimed the two would end up in fights, which is so funny because they were only filming for like a week and a half, 2 weeks before this whole divorce situation came out. So, I mean, obviously she has to get adjusted to the show. It's not that big of a deal, but okay. So for better or worse, that shit just went up the window, I guess. I don't know. While he did not say when, James claimed that Noella retained an attorney who then informed his attorney that she was filing for separation, and he insisted that's why he left. Noella chose the show over me and the family. He said, I love Noella, but I do not know who she is anymore. James said that he grew up as a conservative Puritan and that his relationship with Noella was an unhealthy one and allegedly characterized by sex, drugs, and rock and roll. He said, I lost almost everything, including myself. This is what he's telling his followers. He said, I lost sight of who I was and who I am. James then went on to claim that he and Noella were currently working on a beneficial custody program for their 2.5-year-old son, James Jr. Now, James Jr., we know, has autism, and Noella talked about this on the show, saying you don't expect necessarily to have a child who might have autism. And, you know, when you do, you have to learn like certain therapy programs and ways to navigate this. And I have a autistic cousin, and, you know, when I spoke to my aunts and uncles about it, they said it's not something that we expected, and it's something that we had to learn patience for, but we love this person, you know, we love our child. So I couldn't imagine, just, you never know what you're going to get, right? You just want a healthy baby. So on the show, Noella has openly spoken about Junior's autism, and according to Noella, James cut them off financially when he fled to Puerto Rico, allegedly leaving her to fend for herself and their child who needs extra care. But James tells a very different story. He said, I have not abandoned him. Since separating from Noella, I've paid nearly $100,000 in housing. I paid over $50,000 in household goods and supplies for him, over $15,000 in childcare and therapy, and I continue to support my son and always will. Those are two totally different renditions of that story. Now, according to James, his divorce from Noella was granted in Puerto Rico, where he filed on December 8th. Shortly after the videos were posted, Noella took to her own page and she said, "Today my ex called me for the first time in 5 months. He asked for my help with his PR. I said, of course. I told him to stop holding up support, get his son a Christmas gift, and that I was going to use my settlement to buy a home for our family, and I'd publicly thank him." Hours later, he posted this. Noella claims that she was very protective of James during filming and that she had a real criminal and horrifying, receipts to prove it. However, she doesn't ever want them to see the light of day for the sake of their son. She went on to address the numerous lies James allegedly told in this video. And she said, "That I chose to show over our marriage, James wanted me on the show to promote his brand. He was my biggest cheerleader throughout the process. Only after his background check revealed that he had lied to me for about a couple of years and his tax debt, well, did he hesitate. At this point, 4 days before filming, it was too late to pull out, and frankly, the show was the only thing keeping him honest." As for his claims that he was going to file for separation, which made him file for divorce, Noella went on to explain, "I retained an attorney with his blessing. He paid the retainer. What James was telling me about his partner's indictment, financial divorce from his ex, and tax debts didn't make sense to me. I wanted a third party to confirm that he was being truthful. He wasn't, but I still did not file." The third lie Noella addressed was pretty much that James claims that he's paid support for Junior. She said, "James cut my credit cards when he left and emptied my savings." Oh my gosh. "He cut my Venmo and PayPal, which I used to pay for our son's therapist. I have to send him invoices, which he often pays late, resulting in our son not getting treatments that week. And I have a credit card number on Instacart and Amazon. That is how my family has made it through these past months. He has not paid rent, and we're in fear of eviction every day." Well, but if you have a credit card on Instacart and Amazon, but he cut your credit cards off, are those your credit cards on Amazon and Instacart? I mean, I do have questions. I would love to bring Noella on and ask her these questions personally, because I want to hear her side of the story. Noella also shot down James's claims that the two are divorced, saying that James filed for divorce in Puerto Rico, abusing their courts to serve his shady tax scheme. It is under appeal since Puerto Rico does not have the jurisdiction, given we are California residents and we are married here. The final lie that Noella addressed was the way that James presented himself as a father. She said James has been in and out of OC multiple times in the past 5 months, shooting a commercial, getting Botox, and going out, and hasn't seen his son once. Seriously? Okay. All right. Well, with this, guys, obviously they're going to have to continue to go back and forth. This looks like one hell of an uphill battle. I don't understand why he wants to file in Puerto Rico. Ronald Richards has also put information out there saying that he doesn't understand how this man could spend over $50 million allegedly over the span of 10 years, but his LLCs aren't able to be publicly found. Like, there are some question marks here, and Noella's claiming that there is a lot of shadiness going on. Is there? We don't actually know, but based off of what Ronald Richards is saying, and Ronald Richards is the attorney, there could be. So with that, guys, I want to ask what your thoughts are. Did you see the video of James Bergener and telling us everything about his side of the story? And what did you think? Are you buying it? Or are you buying what Noella's saying? Go ahead and comment below. And before you go, don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And don't forget to hit that notification bell, because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. With that, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.